Okay, you ready? All right. Good morning, guys. We have a 993 Carrera C4S. I totally geek out on these cars. I love the Porsche 911s. I love 993s. I love 964s, 997s, 996s. Basically every 911, really. But this one specifically, I love the 993 generation and 964. Those are my probably my two favorite ones. We owned a blue one not too long ago, a couple of years back. We did some BBS wheels, but today, this silver Carrera 4S is going to be getting some HRE wheels, and it's actually one of my favorite models from their vintage series. So one of my favorite cars, one of my favorite wheel models. You can understand why I get so excited and geek out on that. It's also getting a muffler upgrade, which Andres is working on right now. And just looking around scattered at the parts that are on the floor, we've got them laid out already. So on either side of the car, this brand new stainless steel option is from Fabspeed. And then up here on the lift and on that side lift, we have the OEM muffler as well. So I was just discussing with Andres off camera some of the differences between the factory muffler and the Fabspeed muffler. One is going to be weight. That is one of the biggest things and biggest reasons that you would upgrade to an aftermarket exhaust is the weight, especially on this car where all the weight is in the back. It's going to be very, very helpful and useful once you have a lighter unit on it. I know from experience because I own a 997. I went with an IPE exhaust that was very lightweight, and I actually did the installation myself with a buddy of mine. And when I weighed the factory units, it's a huge difference between the two. So I was actually, when I was speaking with Andres about it, he had picked it up, and we don't have the scale around us, but we have our arm scale, and we know for sure that the Fabspeed weighs a lot less. Also, another thing that you would be getting with the Fabspeed muffler is the design elements within the muffler. So just the way that the piping is and the internal design of the canister, it allows the sound to travel better and reverberate through the entire unit. So it's actually gonna sound a lot better. So it's checking all the boxes. It's shedding weight, it is sounding a lot better, and you're not hurting the performance as well. Performance gains on this, you're not gonna see that much of an increase between the two. It's mainly just for those first 2 points that I mentioned, the weight and the sound of it. So we don't have a before sound rev of it, but we will have an after, just so anybody that's familiar with the 993 C4S, you know what it sounds like already from factory, and you can hear it and compare it to the Fabspeed unit as well. We've got the tips, which I believe we're gonna be maintaining for this unit. So let's go take a look at the HREs, because again, I mentioned that those are my favorite models probably in their vintage series, which is a pretty cool series that they have, and don't know what finish they have for the wheel, but I want to go take a look and make a little observation and commentary on that as well. We've got the HRE Vintage Series 501 model. Hands down, my favorite HRE wheel model. I'm into the old school stuff. I'm into the quirky stuff. This reminds me so much of wheels from BBS, really, back in the 80s on BMWs, and even before that on Porsches. Look at this lip size. I know you guys have already seen the black 993 turbo that we have done, especially if you're a subscriber to our channel. And you'll remember that that had vintage series 527Ss. So these are from the same vintage series, but of course a different design, different center face. These are gonna be 501s. And we're doing the same fitment that we did on that black turbo on this 993 C4S. And the reason that is because both of those cars are the same dimensions, same wheel fitment. They're both wide body 993s. And you can do a 19 by 12 with a 315 tire. The front is gonna be a 19 by 9 with a 235 or a 245. This one's gonna be the 235. Extremely tricky to find these tires. We actually had to source these Continentals from Europe. They're not available in the US, but we go the extra mile to securing the tires that we need for our customers. You never want to sell a customer a set of wheels that is not going to have an accompanying tire that's readily available for it. So we went the extra mile. We chatted with some of our friends down in Europe, or up in Europe, I should say. Got these tires. They're going to be Continental Sport Contact SP6, I think they call them. Yep, Sport Contact 6. Really, really good tire tread. Another tire that you would use with this 993 wide body fitment is a Toyo, but those have been gone for the last couple of months now. So we had to quickly pivot and find an alternate option for our guys, and we did. It's a really nice tread pattern on this. So I am very interested to communicate with the customer after he's had it on the car for a little bit, after he's driven it in different conditions, just to see how these tires react, and possibly they're gonna be a little bit better than the Toyos that we've used before. But going back to the wheel, brush clear finish. This center face is actually, once it's done being machined at HRE, they have guys over there that hand brush the wheel. Then it's a powder coat that's a clear coat sprayed on the center face. Outer lip is of course polished with a clear coat, and the inner barrel looks like just a traditional silver. This is gonna look epic on the gray C4S. Earlier this morning when the customer dropped off the car, he had black and silver HRE center caps, but I told him I think that the red, white, and blue is gonna look a lot better, and he agreed with me on that. We kind of mocked up both center caps. The black and silver is very, very good on a couple different finishes, but on this one, the red, white, and blue, the traditional HRE logo, definitely looks a lot better. So I'm extremely excited to see this car. I know I say that often, but again, I geek out with 993s, I geek out with vintage series wheels, so as soon as this thing is done, I'm gonna come downstairs, snap some photos for Instagram, all that good stuff, and chat about the car a little bit more. All right guys, I'm gonna make this one quick because the customer is right behind us waiting to take the car with him and enjoy it a little bit. But as you can see, I don't wanna curse on this channel because I know we have a lot of young viewers, but this is freaking amazing. I love the lip size. I wanted to do this for my 997, but I was telling the customer that the lip sizes on my car wouldn't have been as nice as they are on this wide body 993. Again, the brush clear for the center face, polished clear for the outer lip against this silver 993. It looks freaking fantastic. You can also see the calipers poking through in yellow, the seatbelt in yellow. So much carbon on the inside as well. I wish I could drive the car. It looks freaking amazing. Now we're gonna get some photos of it in this gloomy day, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the photos as well. Let us know if you have a 993, whether it's a narrow body, a wide body, or a special, GT2 RS even, that would be pretty cool. We'd love to work with you guys. Thanks so much.